What is up, everyone? Good morning and happy Saturday morning. Hope y'all are having an awesome, spectacular day. I know I've been having an okay, last night I didn't come on because I was just dealing with some things, but today I'm feeling a lot better, more energized. I needed some rest. I think I overloaded myself on Friday, so that's why I didn't come on, but I'm here today. God is good. I hope y'all are doing phenomenal. Got my coffee ready. Hope y'all got your morning brew or tea, whatever it is you're drinking, ready to go. Nothing much really going on. Depending on how I feel throughout this, I may jump into maybe playing a game or something. Don't know yet. Depending on the mood I'm in. And we'll see how the conversating goes and all that too. So, I don't have much really for today's topic or anything. I just want to jump into doing something. So, as y'all know, on Thursday, I kind of broke down in the middle of the podcast where I kind of cut things a little short, and a lot of it is because I almost really never show that side of me, and a lot of stuff I was talking about just stirred up a lot of emotions. I thought I completely got over it, but at the same time, I felt like the Holy Spirit was literally trying to heal me right there and then. So that's why I just went with it and just let it go. I just hope that a lot of you learn not to bottle up your feelings, bottle up your emotions. I kind of had a little sidetrack last night where I put that shield back up because lately I've been talking to this one woman, we really like each other, but there's just problems with that, and then I don't want to get into too much with it, but yeah, it's just one of those things, you can't control your feelings for someone, but it's just, I gotta tread lightly, I guess, and just be careful, because I don't want to go through what I already went through in my past. So I'm starting to be real picky about what I'm doing now, because I really have to protect myself. I do feel this is something that Jesus sent for me to talk with this woman, but at the same time I'm trying to be on guard, because I do have to make sure that I don't jump the gun too fast. But other than that, if some of you want to hop in Discord or whatever, and you just need to chat, I'm always in Discord as well. I'm always there to just help any way I can. Other than that, I hope y'all are having a good day and just trying to stay positive, because positive is the key to anything. You gotta be happy, you gotta self-care with yourself and just show self-love and all that kind of stuff to bring up your spirits. And if you pray, Jesus will help you with that. I strongly feel that he will, if you allow it to happen. Don't let things get to you too much, the small things. I normally stay to myself a lot, and I'm trying to work and change on that. Like, I slept in later than I really wanted to. I wanted to like actually get up early, but because of last night I was just up all night, so I just slept in, which I didn't intend to do that because I kind of wanted to like go to the men's fellowship at the church, but unfortunately it just didn't pan out just because of the fact that I slept later than I wanted to, and I was up a lot later than I wanted to because I was just in FL Studio working on like a music project and just lost track of time, got sidetracked, and at the same time I was talking to this one woman that like me and her kind of have the same feelings for each other, but there's just a slight problem with that just because she's just, yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail and just get too much. It's one of those things, it's a lot, and it's gotten my mind all in like it's one of those things that just has my mind like overthinking, and that's just part of like my autism. I start overthinking and just worrying so much about things. Like I'm really trying to work on like bettering myself, and I'm always thinking of ways to better myself, ways to be more open and more kind to people where like they feel comfortable just approaching me and like, hey, can you help me with this, and not just get short. And it's a work in progress. It's hard. Like, it's been really hard on me. Like, it's tough trying to work on these things, trying to get better. Yeah, I really don't know what else to like say right now. Like I said, I came like really just decided to just come on without like any agenda or plan, because like sometimes the best moments are those spur of the moments where you just jump into something and something happens. But yeah, I'm here like for everyone. Like I said, my Discord's open to everyone. Like, anyone can join. Like, I'm happy with some of the community that I have right now that's joined. Like, I met them on a different social media platform, which was kind of cool, and we all have like one thing in common. Like, we both, like, a lot of us have like autism, so like it's kind of cool to like link up with other people on the spectrum who are like on like the higher functioning side, and one of them's like, I would say like on the middle side of the spectrum, where they struggle with a lot of things, but I'm open to that. Like, I don't mind, because like in the end we all share a common bond. We're on the spectrum where we have autism, and it's fun to like link up with those people and hear their story and like what they've been through. It's a battle for a lot of the people on the lower side of the spectrum of autism, because they really do struggle so much more compared to some of us on the higher functioning side of the spectrum, where they actually need a lot more attention. They need a little more like assistance than those of us who are on the higher functioning side of the spectrum. Like, and that's the reason why I kind of want to be more involved with people that are on the spectrum, because me being on the higher functioning side, I feel like I can help some of the people on the lower functioning side to help them improve certain things that they may be struggling with. Like that's one of my common goals. Like one of my big goals besides doing this is like have like a nice like outreach for those who are on the spectrum that feel like they don't have a lot of friends or they don't have anybody. I'd love for them to join my Discord where we can all just have friends and just like get to know each other, and then find out what state each other live. Maybe we can plan like a gathering sometime, like where we select like a state that's close to each other. We can all like meet there and like have fun. Like I think that'd be like a lot of fun to do something like that where we all get like a hotel and stuff. Yeah, like that'd be a lot of fun to do something like that. It's just like, yeah, sorry I had to respond to like a quick text there, but like, yeah, I'd love to like create a nice community for those who are on like the spectrum, like autism spectrum, to like go ahead and join like my Discord server. Then that way we can just all like link up. Like even if you're an autistic person that games, we can play games. We can have like a community night where we all like play a game like Marvel Rivals, or like if you have COD or Fortnite or anything, like we can just plan like a game. If I don't have it, I could try to get that game eventually where we can all have like a community night and game. I think that'd be like fun to do something like that. Yeah. Other than that, like I don't have like any other like agenda things going on. Yeah. Like I said, I just jumped on here like a spur of the moment kind of thing. I wasn't thinking about doing too much. I was just only thinking about like checking in. Let me see what game I might want to just hop on and just start playing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I might just continue talking. Hope y'all are doing good though. Like overall, like yeah. Hopefully, like you guys have like a good day and you got things lined up where you want to just like do and just have fun. Like, sorry I'm not like super energetic today. It's just I got so much on my mind right now. It's kind of like overloading, and I'm normally not like this, and I apologize, you guys. Yeah, but like hopefully like you guys do good like with whatever you do. Hopefully like you guys find something you're passionate about. Like I know I'm real passionate about certain things. Yeah, but other than that, like it's gonna be just like a chill day for me. Don't really know what I'm gonna get into just yet today. I haven't even thought of it. But it's amazing. Like, I appreciate everyone who's dropped follows on my Twitch channel. It's amazing. In like the last 4 days, like how many people have followed my channel on Twitch. That's amazing. Like, I appreciate those of you who followed. That means a lot. And those of you who sub to my YouTube, I appreciate it as well. Like, it's just amazing to see like how many people are starting to come. Hopefully I can just get more people to just come in here, chat, say what's on their mind and stuff like that, so that way we can try to help each other, make each other grow, and keep each other accountable for our own actions and stuff like that. Yeah, because I just feel that's the important thing, is accountability. Because everyone needs to be accountable for their own actions, especially when you're trying to do better and do the work for living a godly life. You got to definitely hold yourself accountable for all the sins that you're trying to not commit anymore. You definitely have to hold yourself accountable. Like, I've been really proud of myself. Like, I've actually made some good strides working on some of my like addictions and all that, and it's gotten so much better, where I've gotten rid of like a lot of stuff that I would look at constantly. And I'm just proud of myself, like the achievement I've already made, the strides I've already made with that. So I'm really happy about that. But like, just remember, like, it's always important to hold yourself accountable for your own actions. And it's not just like Christian related, just in everyday life. Like, it's important to hold yourself accountable for your own actions. Don't do the pointing finger game. Don't blame other people for why you're not where you want to be in life, because in the end, that's on you. Like, if you really want to be somewhere in life, you have to put in the work. You got to put in the time, the effort, the hours. And that's the reason why, like, I'm doing this, because I'm passionate about this. I want to genuinely help people. I want to, like, be there. I want to, like, grow a community and stuff. And, like, this is something that I want to do, like, because I feel like this is my calling. Like, I don't just see myself just sitting punching the clock on a job. I just don't see that for me anymore. Like, because I've learned to unprogram that part of me of trying to live like a robot. Like, and that's kind of what a lot of these governments want to instill on people, is to program them like a robot, where they fall into that spider web of constantly doing what they show on like TV. We get brainwashed by the TV of like these commercials saying, oh, do this to brighten your future and all that. And like, I'm gonna say something like, you men and women out there, you don't have to get a college degree to succeed in anything. There's ways to succeed without having a college education. There's people out there who started businesses without a college degree, and they're living the dream, they're living the life. So like, you can do anything without a college degree. It helps, yeah, but most of the time when people get a college degree, a lot of times they don't even end up working in that field they get the degree in. Very few people work in that field where they get the degree in. So like that's one thing to just point out there. I've known people who've gotten doctoral degrees in certain like degrees that they're studying and majoring in, and it didn't do that much for them, and they just felt like they wasted all that time of schooling for nothing, because they're still making just as much as any normal person in that position with a degree. The only difference is they're maybe making like maybe 20 more or even 30 more than what the average salary of the basic degree is paying. So like realistically, they're still not making that much more. It may seem a lot to those that just have the plain degree, but in reality it's really not that much more if you do the calculations and like you start taking out the taxes and all that kind of stuff. So like that's the other thing also to like look at. Like a degree is not always what it's cracked up to be. And you talk to some of these people that have degrees, some of them will even tell you like, the job I'm in, I didn't even get a degree for this job. So like that's the reason why like the only jobs you're really gonna need your degree is like if you're getting into like the banking field. You will need the education for that. But like to be like a teller, you don't need a degree to be a teller in a bank. But if you want to move up to like being like a personal banker and all those, then yeah, you would need a degree in economics and business and all that stuff, because you need to understand all of those things to work in those fields in the bank. You would have to really understand finances very well to work in those fields. But other than that, like quite a few jobs you really don't need a degree in. Like you can even get management degrees without having to have a degree in business or whatever, because like there's like fast food chains that promote within with someone that's never had like a degree, because they give them the training to be a manager to succeed in it. So like that's one thing just to remember and stuff like that. But always be proud of like what things you do, like, and what work you want to do, and like just find something that you're passionate about. Yes, there's gonna be stress in every job you get into. Even if it's a job you're passionate about and you like, you're gonna get stressed about it. Sometimes I get a little frustrated with myself with some of this stuff, but in the end, I'm still passionate about it. I love it. Like I wouldn't change it. And I just wouldn't want you guys to change what you're passionate about. Like if you're passionate about making music, you're passionate about video editing, you're passionate about anything that you do, just keep doing it. Keep rolling with the punches with it. Don't give up on it. Don't stop doing it. Like me, I still very much involved in making music in FL Studio, because that's one of my passions, but I treat it more as a hobby just because I think it's just fun just messing around. I don't take that serious like I do this. To me, this is more like serious because I feel this is more beneficial, because I can try to reach people who are going through some of the same things I may be going through, or they may be going through something similar, that they need to hear something like this. So like I just feel like this is a great way to just like reach people and just talk to people, and it helps me to become like a better speaker doing this. So like that's why I'm doing this as well, to help become like a better speaker. And like I know people probably watch these and laugh like, who's this putz, but I don't care. Like because I'm just having fun. Like, I can even laugh at myself. Like, I don't have no problems laughing at myself. I do it all the time. But like, yeah, if I can even make someone laugh just by doing this, and they're like, this guy's an idiot, and they're laughing, then I did my job. I made somebody laugh. Even if it's just making fun, I don't care. At least they're laughing. Because I can laugh at myself too. So that in reality, I'm laughing with you. So like, so that's that. I got the last laugh on you. So, but it's all good though. Like, and like, I know some of the people who are laughing, they don't mean anything by it. It's seriously, they're just laughing because like sometimes they wish they had the courage to do something like this, but like instead they laugh. But in reality, it's a kind of a positive laughter because like they're trying to like figure a way how they can do it, but without trying to look like a geek or a dork or whatever you want to call it. But like, yeah, it's a lot of fun like doing this. Like, I enjoy doing this. Like, this is just something like I really want to do. I do feel like this is God's calling for me. Like, today I just wanted to be like more open with talking. I didn't want to do anything. Like, I feel like this is like the Holy Spirit talking within me, just like being calm and just like trying to get collective in my thoughts. And yeah, like if you guys, like men and women that are watching, like if you want to join my Discord server, feel free. Like, if you need just like a prayer request, like come in, I'll pray for you. And like, I don't care what walk of life you're going through. Like, if you're really trying to change and you want someone to pray for you, talk to me, reach out to me. I'd love to pray for you and try to help maybe guide you to like a relationship with Christ if you've never had that relationship. And it's when I'll tell you this, like once you go on that journey and you embark that journey with that relationship with Christ, it's going to be like a lot of up and down roller coasters, because you're going to feel like sometimes he's not listening to you. There's going to be times where you're like, oh my goodness, he answered me. So like, just be prepared for that. Like, God, like I said, God answers things on his own time, not our time. Sometimes we have to remember to be patient with those things. I know sometimes like I struggle with patience on that kind of stuff. That I can honestly admit, like we all do, because that's just part of us having that free will that God allowed us to have. Sometimes we just need to be patient, and in due time he will answer that prayer. But don't rush it. Just be patient, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. But when God's ready to answer your prayer, he'll make it known, or he'll send an angel to help you make it known. So like, be patient, because angels are messengers from God. So like, if you happen to like be touched by an angel, that's because God sent that angel there to you for a reason. Like, it's not a coincidence why an angel would appear before you. It's always a reason for it, because God sent them there to watch over you. Nothing is a coincidence with God. Whatever he does is not a coincidence. Not at all. Not one bit. Like, and I'm learning that more and more each day. It's not a coincidence. Like, just like it's not a coincidence how I met some of these amazing people that are in my Discord server. Like, it's not a coincidence. It is a work and act of God, that he knew that I need to make some kind of connection with people, some kind of friendships, and it's amazing. Like, I have to say, like, one of the friendships I really do cherish and that's amazing is the friendship I have with Flame MK, who lives in Bulgaria. Like, he is such a incredible human being. Like, he has so much love to give. He has a big heart, like, and like, he's been through a lot of struggles. Like, I can really feel his pain a lot of times in his voice. He may not admit it, but I can tell. Like, he struggles a lot. Like, we all struggle. A lot of people who have like more severe disabilities, like, I can sense their pain. Like, I can feel their pain, the suffering that they're going through, because like there's things that they wish they can do more than anything in this world that people don't understand. Like, a lot of these people who are in wheelchairs, I feel their pain, because a lot of them wish they could just not have to be in there. They wish they could walk. They wish they could go run. Like, there's a lot of things they wish they can do that they can't do. And like, and I feel their pain. And that's kind of the reason why I really ask some of you, like, if you see someone in a wheelchair trying to get in, hold the door for them. Like, help them get in, because like, it's a struggle for them. Just like people who are walking with a cane or like a walker, be nice, hold the door for them. Like, help them get in there. Especially the elders, like the senior citizens that are like grandparent ages, hold the door for them. Like, help them get in. Because there are elders, like, and they deserve that kind of respect, because they paved the way for us. And like, especially like, if you have your grandparents still around, cherish that, treasure that. Trust me, because I never got to meet any of my grandfathers. I only got to meet my grandmothers. That's it. Like, I really wish I could have got to meet my grandfathers. I wish I could have actually got to have a relationship with my grandfathers. But like, I just want you, those of you who do have a relationship with your grandparents and you've got to meet both your grandparents, cherish that. Like, literally, and be grateful for that, because there's a lot of us who never got to meet our grandparents at all, or who never got to meet any of their grandfathers or grandmothers at all. So like, just be grateful for that. Because like, those are things you do not want to take for granted, those kind of relationships, because those are like very special relationships, very special connections that you'll never get back when they pass away. So like, cherish those. Like, I cherish every single good memory I have with my grandmother on my father's side of the family, all the good times that I used to sit on her lap as a kid, sit there, watch Murder, She Wrote with her, watch like General Hospital, Days of Our Lives and stuff like that with her when I was a little. I even remember the stuffed bear she gave me. It was a giant purple bear. I named him Berry Bear. And like, I wish I still had that bear, but I gave it to, I think it was my cousin. I'd have to ask my dad. He'd probably remember. But like, yeah, I had that. Like, I remember she used to have like a bulk candy bag of like the cinnamon bears, and she used to give me one. And like, I remember those moments. Like, I cherish those. And when she passed away from Parkinson's, like when I was still in high school, like, I just felt like a part of me went with her, because of that special bond, that connection that I had with her. And like, those are things I cherish every day, and puts a smile on my face, because I had that relationship. And like, and I even cherish that my grandmother on my mother's side is still alive, very healthy and well. Just these are things we gotta be appreciative of, and I just want you, men and women, to be appreciative of the family you have still that are still around. Like, there's some of us who even lost our parents at an early age. Like, one of my buddies from junior high and part of high school, he lost both of his parents. So like, he was literally in the foster care system because his mother and father passed away. He didn't have any other living relatives, so like, it was hard on him. He had a hard life. And then like, I know some others that don't have their parents. They lost them within like a short span of 2 years. So just be grateful with having your parents around while they're still around, because they're not going to be around forever. And like I said, there's some of us who didn't have their parents growing up. They either died or they're put up for adoption, so they don't even know who their real biological parents are. So like, just be grateful if you know your real parents and you have that bond with your biological parents. Enjoy that bond, because there's some adoptees out there that wish they knew who their biological parents were, who wish they had that connection and that bond. That's the reason why, like, I just say it's important to cherish those times, cherish those moments, cherish the connection you have also with Christ, like, because he allows so much for us, and sometimes we take what he gives us for granted, and we need to give him more praise for that, like the stuff that we do have. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Like, you gotta find like a deep connection, find that relationship with God, like, because once you find that connection, like, you'll feel so much better in here. Like, you're not gonna feel as alone. Like, you will still sometimes get those feel of sadness, but don't feed into that. Try to fight it, because that's the devil trying to get back in, trying to take back over you. So like, try not to fall too much back into that. And like, for some of you who are going through heartache with like a breakup, take that time to pray, take that time to yourself and heal. Even if it means you gotta power off your phone, do that. Have that relationship with God, have that you and God time, because God will help you heal that. Because sometimes going through the messages of your ex and all that can make it even harder to get over it. So like, the best piece of advice I can give you for dealing with that is pray to God. Have that one-on-one time with God, with turning off your phone. And if you need your phone on, just put on the do not disturb, so you can have that one-on-one time with God. Have that prayer session with God, because that's very important. Because the more you do that, the more God's going to heal you of that pain, of that breakup. And there's always a reason why people break up. There's a lot of reasons. It could be they don't have that connection anymore. They don't feel the passion like they once did, and they just grew out of wanting to be with that person, which that does happen. That's the reason why I always say don't jump the gun and get married too early. It's always better to wait as you get a little more older before you start popping that question. Even when you're in like your mid to late 20s and you're dating, don't pop the marriage question right away just yet. Just be patient with it. The reason why I say that is because you're still fairly young, and there's times where, like, if as you get older, if your profession progresses and where you're going to work even longer hours, that could put a strain on that marriage. That's the reason why, like, if you're with someone that can understand that and accept that, and that'll still be for you, then I would say go ahead and marry that woman, or if it's a woman, go ahead and marry that guy. But, like, just think about it before you pop that engagement question, guys. Before you propose, just, like, make sure, like, that is the one, because if you know you're about to get into a profession, a job, because you're getting a promotion, talk to your longtime partner about it before you engage. Like, if we were to get married, would you be okay with me working later hours? And if she's okay with that and it's still fine, then I would go ahead and pop that question. But I would just make sure she's not the type that gets lonely very easily. And if you're a woman that gets lonely very easy, please express that to your boyfriend or your husband, because, or otherwise you're really going to fall into your temptation of having an affair. And don't do that. Like, you don't want to feed into that temptation. Same thing, guys. Like, if you're feeling that lonely, talk to your woman. Like, see if there's a way you guys can find a common ground to set up a normal date night out of the week, where you go on one normal date a week, or even 2 days a week, so that way you still have that strong bonding connection in that relationship. Because without that, that relationship is probably going to crumble eventually down the road. Maybe not right away, but it will crumble like dry mud. So, like, always communicate, because communication is the most important piece of any relationship. Because without communication, there is no trust, there is no loyalty. So communication is the first step. Then comes trust, then comes loyalty. So that's how that works. And without those things, there's nothing. Like, so just be smart, people. Just understand, like, you're not, like, alone when you're going through that. So, like, if you know, like, people who are happily married and you're struggling in your relationship with, like, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, talk to some of your buddies that are married, that are happily married, because they can maybe give you advice, some pointers that could maybe help strengthen your relationship if you love that person. Or, like, do, like, a couples night where, like, maybe both of you can take time out with the other person, where, like, they can see where their head's at, and then, like, they can maybe tell them, like, how they can make the relationship even better and stronger. So sometimes it's good to talk to, like, happily married couples, and, like, couples that are genuinely happy, like, because sometimes you may learn something from it. It might give you an idea how to strengthen that relationship. But other than that, like, just have that connection with God, though, first. Like, God should always come first. The first thing should be praying to God first and getting God to help with fixing that. And if He tells you to go ahead and talk to, like, the other, like, the happily married couples, or, like, the happy couples, then do what God's aiding you to do. But that's the best advice I can give you, because I feel that's what the Holy Spirit's telling me to tell y'all, is to like talk to those who are in happy, committed relationships that are happily married. Because, and I mean happily married like they've been married for longer than 20 years. Like those are the couples, the marriage couples you would want to talk to, who've been through it all, who've actually been through loneliness and a part of sadness and loneliness where they never acted on their urges, so like they can tell you how to fix it because before it's too late. So like that's the best advice I can give you. Go talk to those happily married couples that have been married for 20 plus years, even 10 plus years, because like you'd be surprised how many of them have actually figured a way to fix it. I'm not saying all don't fix it, because there are some marriages that have ended after 20 years because of infidelity, but like a lot of times when I hear those stories, it's because those two are not really living a godly life to begin with. Once you can start living like a godly life and you both are godly, life-driven people, that marriage will probably succeed a lot more than versus a non-godly lifestyle of someone being married and none of them are godly living or God-fearing. I've noticed a lot of those are the ones that end up with like infidelity and cheating and unhappy marriages. I'm not saying all Christian based marriages are happy marriages, because some have ended in infidelity, some have ended in divorce, but those ones aren't as high as the ones of people who aren't God-fearing. Those who have no fear of indulging in sin, those are the ones that are always never happy in a relationship, and they find a way to commit infidelity or find a way to just not be a good significant other. So like that's the reason why I say it's just really important. And again, be careful of joining some of these dating apps and sites. Be aware of like the catfishing scams, because especially guys, if you get a woman, someone imposing as a woman, they send you a picture of them and they look like it's something like they would pose on OF, that's a red flag right there. And that's how you know right off the bat that that's not who you're talking to, because most of those, I'm going to be bluntly honest, most of those attractive women that do adult content like OF or like adult modeling type stuff, 9 times out of 10 they already have somebody. They're just doing that because their partner doesn't have a problem with it, or some do it because their husband doesn't have a problem with it. That to me is very unhealthy. That's an unhealthy relationship in my opinion, and it's going to end very, very badly in the future for those people. Yeah, they can enjoy the fast money now, the fast luxury life now, but over time I really see God intervening and having them deal with a lot where like they're gonna no longer be financially stable. They're not gonna enjoy the luxury life, because there's always a price to pay living that fast luxury life. And the reason why I can say that is, look how sad some of these celebrities are deep down. When you literally look into their eyes while they're giving that interview, they look like a part of their soul is dying inside. They may act all happy and glamorous in the spotlight when they're being interviewed. I promise you, if you look deep into their eyes while they're giving that interview, you can see that sense of darkness. You can see that sense of unhappiness because they want to live that fast luxury life quick and fast. And now as they're getting older and older, they're getting beat up by it. They're like no longer fully happy like they once were when they first started getting that. So like, just be mindful of that. Like, there's always a downside to getting that fast luxury life versus getting the luxury life the slow and steady pace way. It's more meaningful and enjoyable when you're able to push it the clean way and get it the clean way, not the fast way by having to show off your body. That's not the way to do it. I'm sorry for some of you women that are doing OF and you feel like you want to do it because you're gonna get that man that's at that 1 percentile that's a millionaire. You can keep dreaming about that, because in the end you're gonna be treated as a side piece all the time. Plain and simple. They are not going to look at you as marriage material. They never will. So you can keep dreaming about that. And those of you who don't do OF and you have nothing to bring to the table, a millionaire is definitely not going to come to you either. They're going to treat you like a side piece as well. Because if you have nothing to bring to the table, you have nothing to offer them. If you say, oh, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to help pay for things, you're not going to get that man. I'll tell you that right now. You're not going to get that millionaire. They're actually going to push you off to the side and move on to the next one until they find that one that is going to meet their expectations as much as they meet that woman's expectations. So be mindful and wise, and this is why it's so important to have a relationship with God, to have that relationship with Christ, because Christ can offer you a better luxury than the fast luxury. The fast luxury you're getting, that's because the devil's allowing you to have that, because now the devil has you. So when it comes to God's judgment and God asks you, why didn't you never accept me as your Lord and Savior? Why didn't you come to me about wanting to do things that could better your soul? And what's going to end up happening is you're not going to go before his Father. You're not going to go into the kingdom. And that's somewhere every one of us as a Christian wants to go, to heaven, because that is the best luxury life you can actually have. More peace. I would rather have more peace than the life of luxury. Yeah, it's nice to have that life of luxury where you can just go to places anytime you want to, but at the same time, like, I want that at a deserving rate, not a fast rate, a slow deserving rate. So if it means I gotta break my back to get there, then so be it, because I'm doing it for God. I'm not doing it to get fast and be with the devil. No, I don't want the devil's fast money. He can keep all that. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in doing it the honest way of hard work and dedication. That's the reason why, like, I'm saying a lot of this, because, like, some of us need to wake up. Like, we need a reality check. We need to understand, like, the life of luxury is not always worth it. It really isn't. Like, when you got it the fast way, over time, you're going to be miserable. Like, you're going to be like, what else can I do? What am I gonna do now? Like, you already lost the ambition because you got it so fast. So like with me, I'm not trying to get fast money. So that's the reason why I'm gonna enjoy it more when it happens the slow way, because I'm still gonna have that ambition. Where those who did it too fast, they're not gonna have that ambition. They're actually gonna lose ambition. They're gonna be ambitionless because they did it too fast, and they did it the fast way instead of the smart, calculated way. But I'm gonna end it there. I hope y'all have an awesome rest of the day, and yeah, just be mindful of those things and just like enjoy life. And I will catch y'all on the next one, and take care.